I hope you're getting this down.
And what's happened to Dr. Laser?
I save her, naturally.
Phew. So I draw the Moglith rubbing against the tree, and Dr. Laser falling. And calling for help.
Calling? If you were about to be munched by a Moglith, you'd probably do more than call.
I'd shout. Me too. Or maybe I'd yell.
You might even scream or wail.
Let's look. Help me, Captain, yelled Dr. Laser. And I'll save you, Dr. Laser, said Captain Crimson.
Said? She'd never hear you over the sound of the Moglith. I would have shouted, I'll save you, Dr. Laser!
He'd probably have bawled, or even bellowed. He might have howled.
I would have roared.
Right, so it's, I'll save you, Dr. Laser, roared Captain Crimson.
The Moglith looked up at me, threw back his head, and bellowed.
Anyone at home?
Quick, hide! In here, Dad.
Okay, kiddo, let's clear the decks and put the Captain Crimson story to finish. Hey, what's this?
We weren't sure when you were coming back. And, we didn't want you to get into trouble, so we had to go.
Well, it's brilliant.
The Adventures of Captain Crimson, Space Crusader. Disaster had struck the Galileo. A fire had raged through the food storage compartment and left the crew stranded without food.
There's nothing left to feed the crew,
Worried Ribbit.
We'll have to collect some fresh supplies fast,
Declared the captain. The nearest food-bearing planet was Platos 9, but it was 3 cosmic light years away.
Platos 9, Widget, and make it snappy.
Ordered Captain Crimson.
It'll take us days,
Stated Widget. At last, the Galileo reached her destination. Not a moment too soon, for the landing party were faint with hunger.
Oh, gotta eat. Cheer up, people. Only a little while longer to wait,
Remarked Captain Crimson. First Officer Optic showed everyone which food was safe to eat.
I wonder which bit you eat.
The captain puzzled.
I'm so hungry, I could eat the whole thing.
Laughed Widget. Suddenly, the landing party heard a distant rumbling. The ground shook and the trees quivered.
What's happening, Captain?
Whimpered Ribbit.
Hold tight. It could be an earthquake.
The captain commanded. The creature hadn't noticed the landing party hanging in the trees above it.
Beware. It's a man-eating Moglith,
Whispered Optic.
Nobody move.
Captain Crimson insisted. The Moglith lowered his huge mangy head and rubbed his tusk against the tree trunk.
Ow! Help me, Captain!
Yelled Dr. Laser.
I'll save you, Dr. Laser.
Bellowed the captain. Captain Crimson quickly unwound the super-strength boomerang rope from his utility pipper.
I'll deal with this while you pull Dr. Laser clear,
The captain instructed. Optic and Widget stood by to protect the captain. He was tugging at something inside the Moglith's mouth.
There, big fella. We'll soon have you sorted.
Soon, Captain Crimson. The captain pulled out a rotten tooth, and the Moglith stopped roaring immediately.
If in doubt, whip it out,
Announced Captain Crimson. The Moglith was so grateful to have his toothache cured. He helped Captain Crimson and the landing party gather enough fruit to last them on their journey back to Starbase.
No need for thanks, my whiskery friend.
It's all in the same place. Dad was so pleased with the story that he gave Amy and I £5 for a mega blowout tea at the cafe where Wiz works. And that's where the trouble started, because Captain Crimson wanted to come too. We told him it was way too risky, and we promised him that we'd bring him back a cake. A large one. He seemed perfectly happy when we set off, but we'd forgotten that Captain Crimson was used to getting his own way. having the donuts?
Oh, we couldn't decide, so we're sharing it.
Good idea. I'll get you a knife. Thanks. Chloe! Thomas!
Hi, Wiz.
Roy, you're supposed to wait to be served.
Chloe, are these the instructions?
What would you like? Tells you what we got.
You mean there's other things as well as those?
You can have pizza, pasta or snacks. All day breakfast, all day lunch. Sandwiches, salad, pudding, tea, coffee, juice, milkshakes, and more cakes and pastries than you can shake a stick at. What you having? Well, do you fancy sweet or savoury?
Yes.
No, I mean, do you fancy cakes or...
Yes. Cakes. I definitely want cakes.
But which kind? Do you like cream? Can you eat nuts? Would you rather have chocolate on the top or icing? Pastry or sponge? With jam?
Yes. I want all of these things. I'll have pizza, pasta and snacks. Feed me big fried breakfasts and home-cooked lunch. Bring me sandwiches, salads and puddings. Brew me tea, blend me coffee, pour me juice, mix me milkshakes, serve me cakes, and rush me pastries. Please.
We've got a white one over there.
How about somebody's enjoying their food? Just see how much stuff the waitress took from their table. Uh-oh. Oh, no!
Here's your bill.
What is it?
It's £49.53.
I don't think I have any pounds, and I definitely didn't have any peas.
Right, that's it. Call the police, Wiz. The bloke in number 3 is refusing to pay. I knew he was trouble.
How did you get here?
I followed you. Can you deal with this?
I can't believe it. He's eating nearly £50 worth of food.
Pounds? What are pounds?
Money to pay for the food. Honestly, Captain, how can you be so greedy?
Thomas, do you know this man?
Wiz,
Of course he knows me. I am Captain Crimson, Space Crusader.
Oh,
At your service, Mom.
Thomas.
Wiz, I can explain everything.
Of course, we had to tell Wiz the whole story after that. She was alright about it once she got over the shock. She made Captain Crimson stand outside the cafe to try my business. The extra customers more than made up for the cost of all the food that she'd eaten. Things were much easier after I told Wiz. Although we both agreed we shouldn't tell Dad, we didn't want to distract him any more than he already was. None of us had the faintest idea how to send the captain home again. So the best we could promise ourselves was that we'd try to keep him out of trouble from then on. Fat chance.
Who could believe that a trip to the bank would end with a robbery? What happens when Captain Crimson is taken hostage? When will Jeff realize that Gina secretly likes him? Where do we go from here? And why am I asking so many questions? All this and more with Captain Crimson. Watch this space.
And join Captain